All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. It is time for KFLive number 80. That is right, number 80 in the books. Number 80. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man, Log TV, both Charlie Browns, a Grumpy Grump Monkey, and Gimli back here. And let's get started, man. I hope I don't put a whole lot of more characters out here. I'll have a hard time saying it all. So, very cool. Let's see. We got Stacy's Bolster Blaze, Tim B, KJ Gas, Byron Kennedy, Tim B, Mike Curtis, Blue Creek Knives, Andrew Hobbert, Keith, the Knife Freak. Hello, Mr. Keith. And there is Michael Morgan waving at us. Now, we're going to have a guest in a few minutes. When he joins us, I'll jump him in, and that's Austin from TraditionalPocketKnives.com, TPK. Very cool. And Mike Reese is here as well. Hello, Mike. Richard Campbell has joined us. Nick Groffs, who is a channel member. By the way, there's a bunch of those in here. Keep the Knife Freak, Blue Minotti, Andrew Hobbert, Blue Creek Knives, Byron Kennedy. It's going off the screen as I'm trying to read it. Blue Minotti Ninja. Lots of them. Hey, Ground Fog. Hey, Stacy. Oh, I already said hey, but hello again, Stacy. That is cool that so many. Craig Wilkes, another member. Very cool. Manny Z. Hello, hello. Very awesome. Rusty Knife Lover, member of the channel. Bill Rivers, what is going on? Yeah, Rob Nice, that's pretty sad. Now, I don't know. Does everybody know? Did Aaron Hogue, RIP Aaron Hogue, a member of the Hogue Knives family? Does anybody know, was he, did he work with the knife company? I just don't know a lot about him. Hello, hello. All right. Oh, my goodness. Super chat right off the bat from our friend Brian, who was awesome to have on here last week. Brian from Blue Creek Knives. There you go, Brian. There is your Dolica salute. And you know what? I don't have the tire squeal ready to go. And I don't want to sit here and act like a dork and search for it. So we're going to go, how's that? I don't know. We'll get something. Let's see if I can find it real quick. We're not. That was pretty pathetic. Brian deserves better than KC Ert. Let's see. Yeah. So we're just waiting for Austin to join us, but I figured I would go ahead and get it started. Tire there. Let's see. Tire screeching sound effect. Let's see if that's it. Oh, it was really low. We have to do that again. Oh, yeah. There you go, Brian. Woo! Thank you for the super chat. So much. Really appreciate you. Who else is here? Blaze Burger. Hello, hello. Very cool. I'm trying to see who else I've missed. Tim, I said Tim B, but hello again, Tim B. I miss you so often. I figured I'd go ahead and say it again. There is Grumpy Grunt, another guy with a wrench. We got Stacy and Tim B and Keith the Knife Freak and Grumpy. We got 4 wrenches. I haven't seen Freak Show yet. I did see him early on, but I haven't seen him since I've been in here. But so we might have not 5 wrenches in here. Let's see. How's everybody doing today? Is everybody doing good? I hope so. I just got back from a walk with my beautiful wife and left her out there with one of my sons since it's about to get dark. Thankfully, she's with him. Hey, Robert Douglas, welcome. Robert, if you're new to KFLive, welcome double time. Everybody, welcome Robert. And anybody else who's new, we've picked up a bunch of new subs in the last, month. As a matter of fact, let's put it this way. So we crossed over 4,000 subs on like August the 23rd, 4th, something like that. And we are 2 subs away from 4,500. 500 new subs in 30 days. Craziness. Blowing my mind. There is finishing up darkening my Benny's clip scales. Don't know, or covers. You should say covers. Don't know how long I'll make it tonight. Only 3 hours of sleep last night after the concert. How was that concert? Did you guys have a good time? It was Elton John, wasn't it? Yeah. Very, very cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. Stay as long as you can. The concert was in Charlotte. That's right. Yeah, I understand, man. All right, hold on just a second. I'm just going to remind Austin in case he forgot. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and do pocket checks, guys. So if you want to start dropping them, we will start reading them. Well, we won't. I will. So let's go ahead and get the pocket checks. Oh yeah, I can't even imagine, man. Who Leland Phil, what are we sorry to hear? Hey Zachariah, what is up? Hey Iggy, what is going on? Well, I missed it. It's jumping too fast to read. I missed whatever it was, but I hate to hear that people are having a rough time. But anyway, Phil, I mean Leland, very, very sorry for whatever is going on, man. What is up, Will B? What is going on? All right, so here comes some stuff. Right now, we have Zachariah's got the Kaiser Mini Towser K, the Tucson TS246. Glow in the Dark Spider Monkey for Chad, Addicted to Knives. Hello, sir. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Para 3 Lightweight Classic SD for Rob Nice. All right, let's see. The Law Hunts. Hello, hello, welcome. Shot Show Mini Adamus and 945 Mini Osborne. Awesome. Grimsmo Norseman, Spider Coast Smock, Kaiser Mini Sheepdog, and an Olight Baton 3 for Will B. Blue Denim Sheepdog and Rosecraft Ajuda for Mike Reese. Awesome. I saw that. Artisan Arian, and Hinder XM18 3.5 with KnivesFAST blue scales. All right. There it goes off the screen. I've got to rearrange my chat here so that I can keep up. All right. Let's see. And that was Andrew Hobber, by the way, if I didn't say that. Petrified Fish Victor, Finch Buffalo Tooth, and a titanium modded PM2 for Mr. Blue Creek, Brian. Holy Towser in purple micarta for Mr. Mimo, Michael Morgan. CGRB Pyrite Button Lock. I might have one of those sitting right over here. Finch Harvester. Victorinox Classic SD. Sky Blue. All right. Pocket Pro Raw Titanium. Olight i3T, awesome, all of the above. Nipex Cobra 5-inch pliers, Spyderco Spidey Chef, customized by Scott Big Bore Knife and Gear, Rough Rider Classic Carbon 2 Canoe, and an Essie Azula 2, all that for Rusty Knife Lover. Hello out there, sir. CGRV RB Feldspar for Richard Campbell, very good one. Got the Devo Stout and a Nimble Tea for Manny. Oh, wow. Manny, very cool. Giant Mouse Ace Grand and a Kaiser Sheepdog for David. Helka, David, welcome. G-Ball, what is going on, man? Hit the like. I guess that's what you're trying to say there. I'm not good with slang. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Freak Show. It took us an hour to get from the block of the parking garage on the way in, and then the line in the parking deck for 45 minutes before they started letting cars out. Wow. Forgot my knife, so it was an SAK ALOX #1 for, yeah, you know what? We'll forgive you for forgetting a knife. KJ Gas has the Rough Rider Apta 2285 and Blue Micarta. Mr. JB really got a lot of people buying those. Rosecraft Ajuda, Case Peanut, and Classic SD for Mike Curtis. Ohio River Jack for Blaze, Spear Point all freaking day, and it's such a good knife. Awesome, man. Is that the jig tie one? I think it is. It has to be because the micarta hadn't come out yet. Thank you, Stacy, for all the links. Oh, don't jump. Don't do that. Spyderco Endura for Bobo Schnoggins. Hey, Bobo, what is going on? Civivi Elementum and Baby Banter, Phoenix PD36R for Joe Kasparek. Mallory Forrest, Kaiser Original, and Essie Azula for Grumpy Grunt. Hello, Grumpy. Yeah, go to Blue Creek Knives TPK.com/KnivesFAST and get you something good. Thank you, Tim. Civivi Thug for Paper Tiger. Awesome. Very cool to have a more budget-friendly version of that knife. Paper Tiger, Civivi Thug. I said that already. Why am I reading it again? I don't know. Okay, so Freak Show's got the Stout, the Bug Out, the Midnight Jack, the K9 Jack, the Forest Tank, Olight i5T, Leatherman Charge Plus, Luggage Otter Notebook, and multiple tactile turn pins. Awesome. Best Tech Fairchild for Shane Corson. Shane, welcome, man. Everybody say hello to Shane. And any other newbies who I might have missed. Just ordered a Jig Black Titanium Penguin from TPK. Very cool. Aaron Hogue 61 was president. Oh, he was the president and son of the founder guy. I did not know that Aaron, because that is crazy, man. Yeah, thank you, Byron, for that. Well, very sad and sorry for the family. That is, that's a tough one, man. I mean, only thing you can say is he died doing what he loved, but that's still not much of a, whatever the word is. All right, I'm trying to see if there's any others here. Ohio River Jack, Titanium Jig Sheep's Foot, Artisan Ahab, Maratac, Copper Frag CR123, Spectrum, Energetics, Tan Tool. That is all for Christoph. Hello, Christoph. What is going on? Buck Monday for Byron with the 102 Woodsman, Fixed Blade, and the 112 Ranger Lockback, which is a cool one. CRKT Provoke, Miguron Valona Vosti Nightshade, Firebird 727S, yeah. Kaiser Drop Bear, Kaiser Roach Mini, all for Bluminati Ninja. Hello. I think Tops Bull Trout. Oh, okay. No, you're just talking. Okay. I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, please drop it again right now and I will get it. Matthew Russell, Artisan Cutlery Ahab, and Finch Cherry Bomb. Very, very awesome. All right, so let's see what I had today. Of course, guys, you're sure that there's going to be some blue here, right? Of course there is. So first of all, you have the Artisan Arian in blue fat carbon. Very awesome. I love this knife. This is literally at the top of the collection right now. Just a phenomenal knife. You look at that drop. It is crazy good. So that's that one. And that blue fat carbon is just, yeah. So the second one is, guys, this is an oldie but a goodie, but this is one of my sons, Bradley, my oldest one, wanted me to check this out. It's the original Kaiser Doman. I've never checked this one out, and I'm digging it. Now, I know they just came out with a version with bearings, but I got to tell you, this is a different kind of fidget. This is so much fun to just sit here and do this, and it is smooth, and it feels wonderful, man. This is a great knife. Oh, I see you, Austin. I'll be with you in just a second. Just want to make sure I didn't miss. Okay, well, that's fine, but we're getting ready to start the interview here in just a second. I was just finishing the pocket check. And then, of course, I've got my Everyman Grafton blue pin and my Olight i5TEOS, which I carefully and easily fixed the clip on after I hooked it on a something. I can't remember what it was, door frame or something. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Well, oh, yeah, that one's really great for sure. And then, of course, Hank-wise, I had the Shadowborn Hank's Star Wars Hank. And, of course, always going to have a Leatherman Micro that I can drop on my brand new laptop keyboard. And, by the way, guys, with this new laptop plugged directly into the Ethernet, I'm actually in 1080. So let me know if you guys like seeing my ugly face in 1080p. But anyway, all right, let's get Austin in here. See if I can hear him. Hello, Austin.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, my goodness. I hear you, brother.
All right, cool.
Cool. That is awesome. Austin from Traditional Pocket Knives, C. Reisner Cutlery. So I want to get something out of the way right now. Obviously, the website is traditionalpocketknives.com, but the store is C. Reisner Cutlery. Which one would you prefer it be called by first? I mean,
traditionalpocketknives.com is fine.
Okay, that's
what most people know me as. So.
That's what I kind of thought. At this point, all respect, and we're going to get there in a minute. All the respect in the world to your grandpa.
Oh yeah,
kind of feels like you've given this with it being a web entity rather than just his was a brick and mortar, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You've kind of given it a different life than it had, and I think that's an honor to him. I really think so.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So everybody, welcome Justin. We got a lot of people there were several people carrying this spear point version of this beauty. Well, not this beauty. Where'd it go? I swear I just had the that beauty. What? That beauty. Okay, my son is mocking me now. That's great. All right, so here is the jig tie Ohio River Jack. But somebody was in the chat saying they were carrying the spear point and said all freaking day long they were carrying it. I think they must be in love with this baby, and there's no reason not to be. This thing is great. We're going to get into some details. Austin told me a couple things in chat the other day about the jigging pattern, and I want to talk a little bit about that because it blew my mind. Because here's the thing. You got to understand, Austin, my dad was a traditional knife guy, but my dad bought cheap garbage, okay? My dad would buy, he did have a buck Stockman, a large Stockman, but most of what he had was some, Pakistani brand, and he would sharpen it on a whetstone until, and I need to bring them out someday. They might be in that ammo can, but I'm not going to disturb everything right now. Sharpen it to the point that the blade, instead of looking like this, the blade maybe cuts off like right here. You know what I'm saying? Because he would sharpen, every night he would sit down and sharpen a knife. Yeah, absolutely. And so I guess what I'm saying is my dad didn't really endear me to traditional knives, except when he gave me my Boy Scout knife. That was an Ulster. Shoot, I can't remember what, but it's the Boy Scout knife, basically. Can opener, bottle opener, 2 blades, and a punch, a leather punch. And I love that knife, and that took me forever. But then when I started getting into moderns, it was like, leave the traditionals behind. Oh, yeah. But I got to tell you, between what you're doing, between Ben at Jack Wolf, it's become. I think because I like larger knives, like sort of like this, I think these will always be sort of a primary to me. But what it's become is I really enjoy almost every day having one of these in my pocket, because it's just reliable. That's the thing. People talk, well, it doesn't have a lock, but it's gonna work. I mean, it's quality. It's quality. It's gonna work, and I think it's applause to you guys for bringing these back to the attention of a lot of us that maybe were like, I don't think I want to carry one of those. And then what really did it for me was Ben, when I went to Blade Show, not this past Blade Show, but the year before that, 21, he and I kind of struck a little friendship, and he started sending me GECs. And I had never seen a GEC. I didn't really know much about them. And he started sending me some of those, like the top of his collection, of course. That's what he sent him. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I don't like slip joints because I've never experienced anything like this, you know? And so that's where it all started for me. So I think that's really, really cool. So first of all, welcome. And
thank you.
And I gotta say this off the top. Thanks for your service, man. I really appreciate it. Problem. And I for one, I grew up with a dad. I can see his picture and all his medals right over here. Cool. That was in World War II in Korea. And so, I literally, I always tell the story. I was going to go into the Air Force, and when they told me my eyes were too bad to be a pilot, I just went, and I didn't do it, And I wish to this day, I wish I had done it, at least for one stint, I wish I had done it, but I really, but when you're 16, 17, 18, you can't tell them anything, I'm like, if I can't be a pilot, I'm not doing it, So that was it. So All right, so we're going to go through this. We're not, and you've told this story a little bit on channel chat, but I bet you with JB, but I bet there's a lot of people that don't know how this started for you. So I kind of said a little bit about knives and what they meant to me in my life. I mean, you grew up with a grandfather that had a knife store. So, so at what age did you really start kind of getting into knives, and how did that all come about?
Yeah, so Grandpa was the kind of man that he always needed like a hobby or just really something to always do. And
Right.
in 1974, he created his cutlery business, C. Reisner Cutlery. Obviously, C. Reisner or Clarence Reisner was his name.
Okay.
And since then, I mean, he just fell in love with knives. And even before I was born, he always had like a collection for me. He put knives to the side for me. And then as I grew up, around 9, 10, 11 years old, he would always take me to knife shows. He would always just include me in helping him with filling orders and all that. So there's a lot of good memories and something I'm very thankful for.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you get to, work with him a little bit through all that and everything else. So that's awesome, man. So before we get too deep, I just want to stop for a second and I want to talk about these. So and then we'll get back into talking about, your history and this stuff and all that. But guys, if you don't know already, the way Austin did this, okay, as a guy trying to design his own knife and get it out there, let's just say Austin's got some guts, man. The fact that you have a jig tie version with all 3 blades, that blows my mind. I mean, I'm trying to get one knife model out there right now. And I'm just like, and then you just got done doing this beauty over here not too long ago. And also the white Imperial white version, which I gave away already. But I mean, these are just, and that's what's great about this, man. Look at that. So awesome. Of course, you got the more saber-like grind here and the more flat grind on this one, but super, super cool. And so guys, these are available now. When I say all 3 blade shapes, you've got this beautiful full flat grind Warncliffe, which I always end up getting fingerprints all over. So there we go. He's just going to show you right there.
Yeah.
And then the sheep's foot, which this is the natural micarta. We'll talk more about the micarta later and kind of tell you guys when those are coming out. And then I don't know what it is about the black micarta. What I do, there it is. I love a spear point. I am a huge spear point fan.
Yeah, me too.
But this black micarta, and by the way, yesterday's carry was pretty epic. So I have my black micarta Devo Stout and my black micarta Ohio River Jack. So
cool.
They
look great together.
Yeah, don't they though? And you've got this, by the way, you can tell I cut open a ton of boxes yesterday. I was breaking down probably 20 boxes. Over the years, we've stored a bunch of boxes in the attic, and they've just like anytime you get like an electronic or whatever. And so I'm like, it's time to clear it out. But so you got the the Warncliffe, the sheep's foot, and the spear point, all available in this beautiful jigged titanium. What I think is cool is obviously it's not that hard. It's just, it's a brain thing for me, is you've got obviously a full titanium, frame going on this one. And then down here, you've obviously cut it out to put the cover material in, whatever that happens to be. And I think that's the most cool thing about these is, and I don't know why, maybe you can tell me. I've handled a lot of slip joints over the past 2 years. The walk and talk sound on these are very unique to me.
Yeah.
They have go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. So since day one,
it's very, very unique, very, very interesting.
Thank you.
Sound. Yeah.
So obviously, a lot of people know QSP is the OEM factory who made those. And since day one, I stressed to them that quality is the first and very main or very important concern. So, they didn't really know too much about just the ins and outs of a traditional slip joint. Obviously, most people know them for flippers, et cetera.
Right.
So I had to pretty much break it down to them and show them, you know, what the in and outs of a traditional slip joint is or are. And so, I mean,
Right.
exactly what, you know, what people are looking for in a slip joint, you know, blade centering, very strong walk and talk, no spacing in between the liners, the back spring, etc. So really, they've done a really good job
Yeah.
with the Ohio River Jack. Now, and this is, it probably took a good 8 months of just emailing back and forth,
Okay.
and just talking with them about, you know, the ins and outs of what I want and what I wanted and all that.
So has that just come to you over years of getting these in, doing videos with them,
Hmm.
sending them out to people and knowing exactly what you like about them? Is that where that all comes from, on explaining what you're looking for?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, you know, I've collected Great Eastern, Shat Morgan, Queen Cutlery knives for years, so I had a good example of
Okay.
what I wanted to wanted the knives to look like. But I tell you what, it's been a little bit of a struggle to just kind of break that down to someone who doesn't really
Does it
understand a
right.
slip joint knife. So
Look,
yeah, that
let's
was a
start
little
it. Let's
challenging.
start here for a minute. Let's start here. Forget the fact that it's something they're not used to.
Yeah.
It's just hard having communication with
Oh
some
yeah.
of these factories. And trust me,
It's straight.
I've done it with QSP now and Kubi and
Yeah.
Kaiser and a couple others. We're not saying the same words, even though
Yeah.
we think we are. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, they think the word I'm saying means something different than the word
Right.
I'm saying. You know,
So I've
so
learned that pictures are
yeah,
huge. So if I can find a picture of what I'm trying to explain, and then I'll take that picture and then I'll draw like arrows or circles on that picture.
okay,
Usually that can convey the message
yep,
a little better than trying to explain it to them. But yeah, it's been pretty difficult. You know, obviously, I mean, it's taken about 8 months of going back and forth,
yeah,
just to create, you know, what I have now in the Ohio River
that's
Jack.
awesome, man. And by the
Yeah,
way,
thank you.
Tim, we're all headed to your house for the steak sandwiches, man. We're on the way. We're all getting in the car right now. We're headed over there. Yeah, I agree. Blue Creek Knives says the language barrier is real. Who
Mhm.
was it? I can't remember. I probably shouldn't say what company you were telling me it was, but there was a particular knife company that he's trying to get knives from,
Mhm.
and he's just the communication barrier is the real deal. But like I was saying, and we'll just be quiet for a second here, they have just a really unique sound. And I will tell you, to me, the micarta ones a little bit different than the jig tie ones. And
Yeah,
it's just
and
that was
that's
the first.
because I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Obviously, that's because it's an integral
Right.
holster and liner. It's one piece where the
Yeah.
micarta is obviously hollowed out for the
Right.
micarta to fit in there.
Less resonance, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Now let's talk about Austin's brainchild here. Okay. And I do want to, and I'm not going anywhere with this. You know this. I'm just making a statement. Okay. When I first saw, now obviously I've seen jig knives before. I've seen jig bone. We've all seen that. But when I saw this, when you sent this to me,
Mm-hmm.
and this and the black one came, I went, holy cow. So
Oh, yeah.
there's a couple of things going on here for me. I have a flat side titanium penguin, and what you did with this is you took a lot of weight out here. So let's
Yeah.
forget for a minute that you're bringing a very traditional. You're the traditional guy. You brought a
Mm-hmm.
very traditional pattern to this. You made this a different knife for me because A, you got all this grip, but B, you lightened it and you
Yeah.
thinned it out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
holy moly, so it just became. And by the way, let's just talk for a minute, Austin, about the penguin. Okay. Holy cow. This knife has a life.
Yeah.
This thing will never die. It
No,
really
it's
won't.
awesome. You can, I mean,
Somebody asked me today, I'm looking in this price range of the liner lock, the $30-ish. Is there something else I should get instead of a penguin? And I'm like, no, go get it if that's what you want. So
Yep. And
Go ahead.
don't forget they're coming out with the extra small and the extra large penguins
Right,
as
right.
well.
Which,
So
by the way,
that should be
the large one
around
is
Christmas time.
Yep, the large one's phenomenal. The
Yeah.
small one's a little small for me, but if you like it, then that's great. You'll like it, but it's just a little too small for me, and that's fine. But what I say all the time is, I have people say stuff in my comments, and I probably every day type to somebody to each their own, because we all like something a little bit different, you know. We all work in different price ranges. We all work. Hey, Gorilla, what is going on, man? And if I've missed anybody else, welcome, Darnell. I see you, man. Darnell is awesome. Hello to everyone. So Tim says the TPK jigged titanium penguin. I'm gonna get it up here where I can actually read it. There we go. Oh, come on, mouse. There we go. Is by far the best configuration out there. It revolutionized the penguin for me. I agree. So let's talk about what I want to talk about.
All right.
So you've got this jig pattern. Now, I'm stupid. Okay. I'm not, I just thought, okay, I didn't realize that what you told me, and I'm not going to spoil it yet. I just thought somebody in the factory in a QSP sort of programmed the milling machine, and it went in and made a pattern. I didn't even think maybe they were the same on every knife. I didn't think that. And then when this guy came along, I had a viewer say on a live stream, hey, that jig pattern looks different. And I asked you, and you said, what did you say?
Yeah, so really, I'll try to never make two of the same knives that have the same jigging
which is wild to me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, really, if you look at the penguin, I mean, technically, it's kind of like a corn cob, what they call a corn cob jig.
Okay.
Where this is more just like a traditional jigging.
Gotcha.
Obviously, it's not as deep.
So, but there are, what you were telling me is there's a bunch of different patterns that exist in traditional knives. Okay. See, I never blew my mind. I never knew that was a thing. So it's just cool. And then, of course, on this one, whereas the penguin is a flat-sided knife, you put some contouring on this one, which I think is super cool. I love. I just, the way a contoured knife fills my hand is way better for me. So you've got the contouring and the jigging, which I think just gives it a really unique. But you're right. This is more like rows of jigging. And this has kind of got some more irregularities to it. Is there a name for this jig pattern?
Not really.
No, not really.
It's just really, if you go back to like the early 1900s, it's just how they did it. It just depends on. It was jigging was all handmade. So it just depends on how that person really wanted the pattern to look like.
Now, was I right on what I said, that it's basically at this point a CNC pattern that's programmed in, and the mill is just going in and cutting these out? Yeah. So exactly, because I do know, I'm not that dumb. I do know that a lot of the like jig bones were done by hand back in the day. I do know that. So, but that just kind of makes it even more special to me, because that means you're running this, and like you said, you're going to try to do a different jig pattern on each one down the road.
Yeah, because and the reason is because I don't want to just keep on making the same penguin, the same jig pattern. To me, I want every exclusive to be unique, and there's no point in just redoing the same thing. Because look at GC hardly, or Great Eastern Cutlery, they hardly ever do the same pattern with the same handle material. Like their Farm and Field series, they all usually always have like a sodbuster and green micarta, brown micarta, etc. But you look at like a GC 66 or a 74, they hardly ever make the same pattern with the same handles.
Oh, now Tim, this is one of those questions that most knife designers don't like to answer, because they're like, you're asking me to pick between my kids here. But which one's your favorite, man? And which does he pocket the most, and which does he find the most special? Wow, there's three questions there.
Yeah, a lot of questions. That's okay. So obviously the jig tie is super special to me, because Grandpa loved a good jig on a traditional knife.
That's
and
awesome.
Then there's just something about that Warncliffe. I'm very proud of the sheep's foot, and I'm very proud of the spear point. but there's just something about that Warncliffe blade that, you know, it comes to a very precise tip right here. It's just it's very flat. I love it. I mean, you can do so much with that.
To me, it's they're all three good cutters, but this may be the best cutter of the three.
Yeah.
Although I just, like I said, if you had to ask me, I think so far this might be my favorite, just because I'm just such a spear point fan.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I didn't just want to make one pattern with one knife blade. You know, there's so much to traditional pocket knives or modern pocket knives. I just felt like if I could put 2, 3, 4 blades in a pattern, you know, that would just open it up to, you know, a lot more people.
All right, we do have one other very well. First of all, I have to shout out to Michael Morgan, and they're always picking on me because I'm not a big jimping fan, and so they always pick on me anything they can about jimping. So there you go. But an important thing, I was told early on with this knife that I was saying it wrong, that it's supposed to be jigged and not jig. So I know I was being trolled, but there you go.
Yeah, it's okay. I say jigged. You know, the reason I say jigged is because that's how Grandpa said it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people say jigged. So, or maybe it's just an Ohio accent. I really don't know.
Maybe. And well, Grandpa said it, that is probably right. I don't know what I'm doing. So, again, I doubt he's going to give up his future plans because Austin's done a really good job of keeping stuff kind of under wraps. But what do you think of the small penguin? Let's just start there.
It's you know, first of all, like you said, the penguin is such a popular and just a very good EDC knife.
Yep.
And the fact that they're coming out with a small and large. So I asked QSP, they're actually going to name it extra small and extra large. So you know, I guess as of right now, that's the names, but you know, who knows if they change it here in a month or before they release it. But for me, you know, everybody loves, or I guess some people love a small knife that they can just put in their pocket and, you know, just take it out, cut a few boxes up, you know, use it for work, whatever. And then, you know, they don't need a whole knife to fill their pocket or, you know, it just depends on, you know, their job, their lifestyle, and what they want. So for me, you know, I'm really looking forward to the extra small penguins. I think the extra large penguins are going to be really nice. The flipper tab, I'm not too big on the flipper tab. I'm kind of more of a thumb stud kind of guy.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think people will, you know, enjoy both the thumb stud and flipper. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see, you know, who collects what.
That's awesome.
Whatnot. So.
Yeah, I think that sounds great to me, man. And by the way, do you know this guy right here?
Of course.
I mean, that guy might have bought what, I don't know, maybe a Finch or two from you at this point.
Maybe one or two. Yeah.
Maybe one or two. What is up there, Mr. JB? What is going on, buddy? That's my buddy right there. So we're sending each other packages today, going like this. So, so two questions that just popped off the screen. Tim B asked, "Have you ever heard of anybody trying jigging on carbon fiber?" I don't know. You think they could it would break the fibers apart, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So G10, obviously, that's, you know, jig. Yep. G10, that's obviously a thing. Carbon fiber, just with my experience with QSP, because of how the carbon fiber is made. And of course, I'm not a handle material.
It's in layers, yeah.
I don't know really the ins and outs of that, but my guess is they couldn't make that because of all the fiber, I guess.
right. It would just break apart.
It would tear apart, and it wouldn't look nice. But it'd be really cool if they could, though.
And then there was a question about this, and I don't remember who asked it, but it's like, why no jig titanium double blade was the question.
So originally I was just gonna have a 2-blader. And exactly what you're holding is what I was gonna have. I was gonna have that in a brown and maybe a green. And then, you know, I kind of started to think about it. And like I said, you know, why not just make all of these single blades and have one spear, one Warncliffe, one sheep, and just let people, you know, just make the product and let people choose what they want.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot. This is obviously my first OEM run with you know, any OEM company. So moving forward, there's a lot of exciting stuff I got planned.
Awesome, man.
It'll be a lot of
what I just heard was, if you didn't get what you wanted this time, hold on, you might get it later. That's what I just heard. You can fix that with Rit dye. What are we fixing, Tom? I don't know. But yeah, so we'll talk more about the Warncliffe ones in a minute. I have one more question on this line of thinking. Which thought process, where'd it go? Which came first? Were these in the works when this happened? Okay, so the Ohio River Jacks.
The Ohio River Jack was first.
Got it.
I already had that planned for the jig tie.
Gotcha.
And then I asked QSP I was like, would you care if I do an exclusive with the jig tie? Since they gave me the okay that they could do it. They didn't know if they could do it at first. Once they gave me the okay, then yeah, I ran with it.
Oh, since JB, who loves both Finches and Ray Laconico, is here, I thought I'd show something that just came in. This is the Andromeda from Artisan. Ray Laconico, look at this, man. Wow. So, and they did the milling pattern that they did on the Orion. You're not going to pick it up, but it's like this real micro milling here. Same thing that's on the Orion here. Just a phenomenal knife. It's if you don't like thin handles, you're going to hate it. I like it a lot. Very nice. And also got another Artisan in, but we'll save that one. I can't give away all my secrets. But I thought I'd show that one off because that just came in for review. It's just beautiful. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Trying to see if I missed any question. Has anyone anodized a titanium Ohio River Jack yet? Might have to buy another and do that. Have you seen any yet?
Not yet. I've seen a few penguins, jig tie penguins, but not the Ohio River Jack.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do it. Again, I'm the guy that's scared to death to take it apart and try to get the spring back together. But
so once you take that apart, it'll never go back. So the slip joint, once you take that apart, because of the spring and the spring alignment to blade tang ratio, I mean, it's definitely doable. But once you put it back, it might not be centered. It might not snap right. That's just slip joints for you.
I don't know if you can answer this, but I'll put it up there anyway. I have noticed some.
I just read it. Yep.
I have noticed some similarities between the two, and I've wanted to ask you, but since somebody else asked it, we'll let it go. So I don't know. You can either answer it or we can move on.
I haven't really asked QSP that, but
okay.
You can look at the Ohio River Jack and look at the Hedgehog, and you can make your own decision.
There's some similarities. There definitely are. There's some differences too, but there are definitely some similarities. Okay, Austin, if you don't see my stream all the time, you don't know what's about to happen. But if you do, here comes my daughter with the rabbit. We always do this. This is a KnivesFAST tradition, and the bunny hides. But this is Monty. This is my daughter Ashlyn. Just got off work, right? Did you eat dinner yet?
I went and ate dinner.
Oh, you ate dinner. Okay, good.
I got off at 7.
So I'm a little worried about you because it's a nice bunny. We have these killer bunnies because this started with Monty Python. Yes. Tonight's is this is a star one. This is a special one. So tonight we have number 13, and I don't know what's going on, guys. Can you describe this for us?
It's getting close to Halloween. It's kind of like the face is kind of like a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. Right, yeah. There's some creepy stuff going on there. There goes friggin' bunny fur flying everywhere. But there you go, number 13, guys. This is the bunny coming up tonight. And I need
to start calling him Killa because that's what everyone
calls him. Killa. Oh,
Killa.
Killa. Oh, that's funny. We got Ash and Monty. Woo-hoo. So yeah, she comes on every time to show us what the bunny is for tonight before we give it away. So that's awesome. And all he does is just twitch his nose 24/7.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you could. I mean, how do you do that without like your nose falling off?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
And now he's hiding. Off? He's done with me because I made fun of him, and now he's hiding.
He's not really a killer.
No.
He said.
Yep, got a bunny foot sticking out the bottom there. That's funny. All right. Well, everybody definitely say hello to Miss Ashlyn and the crazy killer bunny. What is happening? I didn't say put him on my shoulder. He scratches me every time you do that. He's going to go crazy in a minute and scratch me. You watch. All killing, no filler. I need that bunny and a butter knife. Well, there is a butter knife in there tonight. I think it's number 72. So, and by the way, if you guys didn't notice that, this is KFLive number 80. A little mind blowing for me that I've done 80 of these. Very, very crazy. Casey, can you wear? Okay, so let's talk about Tom's question. Did you bunny fur me? Halloween is on a Monday night. So there will be something happening on this live stream. I have ideas, I have thoughts. We shall see what I come up with. So there will. I can't not. What?
See what the bunny for that night is, and maybe switch it out.
Switch it out for something else. Okay.
I might have to switch out for Halloween.
Is there jimping on the butter knife? Yes, there is. Of course, there is. Hey, Urban Woodsman, what is up? All right, we're gonna get back to what? We're gonna get back to actually. So we were talking about this. This guy's coming out very, very soon, the Pinion. And guys, I was hoping to have a firm update for you to buy tonight, but I'm going to say this. This is all I want to say right now. Soon, very soon. There will be Pinions on the way. They're not on the way to me yet. We are getting that done, and they will be on the way soon. And then, of course, they've got to get here. I've got to QC them. I've got to package them, which right over just off camera, Austin, there are probably another 100. Shoot, what's the name of the company? The box company, Uline Destructo mailer boxes sitting right over here. Indestructo mailer
corner full.
Yeah, so we've already folded over probably 250 of them, and I've got some more to fold, obviously. So, will there be pumpkin pie? Sure, Tom. So, anyway. So what was so running a knife store versus designing a knife and getting it out there? This is a dumb question, but which is tougher, and what was the process like in getting it off the ground for you?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, I've helped Grandpa, ever since I was 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
running a knife store is super easy for me. I'm very comfortable with it. I'm very comfortable with the online aspect, e-commerce, sales, whatever. Designing a knife is completely different. I had no idea how challenging the communication would be. And like what we discussed earlier, the talking about every little thing of a slip joint and explaining that to a company that just makes, modern flippers, never really, made a true slip joint. Yeah, that was it's been a very difficult process.
I bet.
So that just makes the Ohio Riverjack that much more special.
That's really cool. The one thing that I did, and I don't know if you probably figured this out by now, and I probably should have told you this 8 months ago or something, but I give them everything. So in other words, I measure things that I would normally kind of leave up to, kind of a manufacturer to give me their input. I measure everything, the scale thickness, what size I want everything to be. I gave them a list this long of here's what I want. There were still things I had to go back and go, no, you're not understanding me. This is what I want. But the more info you give, it seems to be better.
So there was a point where
this
is nothing against QSP at all.
Right.
I love QSP. QSP
or any of them.
But,
yeah.
Like, let's just say, I wanted this, and this done with the knife. Well, they wanted to do, the first two, but they didn't want to do the third one. And so I would have to explain to them that third one is crucial. This is why a quality. This is what makes a quality slip joint. And I could tell because they've never really done that. They didn't really want to experiment in that, I guess. So the fact that I had to kind of explain to them again, it goes back to communication, why that third step was so crucial. And once, and probably with you, with your OEM, once you explain to them why it's important, then they kind of understand, and then usually they can do it. So I'm not sure if it's just like a communication error or whatnot, but you just gotta push them.
Understood, man. And You know, one of the things that you did here that a lot of slip joints don't necessarily have from China or wherever is you've got flush in all three positions on your back spring. And I think I could see that being something you have to explain. You have to be like, no, you don't understand. When it's in the half stop, I want this flush. And they're like, what? Okay. So yeah, I get it, man. That has to be. Oh man, I got all 5 of these laying here, and it's just so cool to look at them that way. It's just
so something that the Ohio let me, if you don't mind, real quick. Something the Ohio Riverjack has that's not traditional is obviously the stop pin. So I probably won't be able to show it to you, but in here is a stop pin.
Yep.
So a normal. Let me get my GC out. So this is a GC 66 calf roper. This does not have a stop pin. So the corner right here of the tang will hit the back spring. Where in the Ohio Riverjack, the corner of the tang, maybe a little further down, but that will hit the stop pin. So that will eliminate any kind of blade wrap. And what blade wrap is, I'm sure you might be aware. But whenever this knife closes,
comes down on the
and
back
that
spring.
way. Yeah, so that way with the stop pin, that eliminates any kind of blade wrap from where the blade would hit the back spring and cause like a curvature.
And you know, now that you're saying that might be the resonance difference too. Yeah, is that hitting the stop pin? That might be a big part of that as well, which I think is pretty cool actually.
So if you look at Ben's design with the Jack Wolf knives, so here's his Barlow pattern. You know, his all of his knife patterns does not have a stop pin, which I think is really cool. You know, he's really sticking with the traditional aspect of a pocket knife, and I think that's awesome. But for me, you know, I just kind of wanted a stop pin. That way, it eliminates all kind of blade wrap and quality issues.
I've got a fever, and the only cure is more half stops. That's good. That's good. Oh man, there's a lot of Christopher Walken talk on this channel right now because Brian from Blue Creek was on last week and does a pretty good Christopher Walken impersonation. So we were doing that all night last week. So there's a lot of that going on. It's pretty funny. Hey, JR Miz, what is going on, man? CB, hello. So let's just do this real quick. So I want to go through, guys. Right now available, you have all 3 blade shapes in the jig type penguin. And these are running what, Austin? 165, is that right?
Yep. Okay. 165 ships. Yep.
Okay, shipped, which is great. On the 26th, which is next week, Monday. Whoa, just went out of focus. You got 3 flavors of micarta. So you're going to have the natural micarta. You're going to have the green micarta. Yep, there you go. And the black micarta. All available in all 3. Look at that. All 3 blade shapes on all 3, except, of course, the double, which is green and natural. So I kind of screwed that up in my unboxing, so I wanted to set it straight because I got all confused. I'm pulling them all out, going, "Wait a minute, what?"
Oh yeah. Well, you know, in all fairness, I didn't give you a heads up as far as what was coming or anything like that.
But that's better because it's more fun for me too. Because I feel a little more like a kid on Christmas kind of thing, you know.
Right.
So yeah, that's cool. JB, what other questions should I ask this guy about the Ohio River Jack? I see JB. He's got to have a question.
Oh yeah.
Come on, JB. If you don't have one, I'm going to be really disappointed. Not really. But the double blades. Let's talk about those a little bit.
Yeah.
You said something a few minutes ago, and I thought that was really. What did I do with my cloth? There we go. You said something that was really interesting. You were originally just going to do double blades, and then you changed it. So what's the draw for you about a double blade? I mean, obviously it's cool because you got 2 different blade shapes in one knife, but what was the reason that was your first thought?
So let's go back to the 66 pattern with GC. Let me open up all the blades here. You got a spay, a clip, and a little bit of a sheep's foot, I guess is what you want to call it. So really, all 3 of these blades, they all have different purposes. And so that's exactly what I wanted to do with the Ohio River Jack. I wanted, you got your spear point blade, but then you got your Warncliffe. So it really just depends on, like I said, the user and what he wants to do with the blades. And so that's why I wanted to just make a 2-blade
and it
model.
Just looks cool like this, man. It's like
sorry,
really cool. No, you're good. I was just saying it's just really cool.
And something, if you look, I think it's on the. Each of these are individually.
That was my next
serialized.
thing.
Yeah.
So only on the doubles, right? And so these are numbered, and they actually have 2022 on them, and then they got 37 of 100 in this case. And so that is really cool. So I assume you have 100 in the natural and 100 in the black. Okay.
Correct.
Oh, hey, Bubba.
Green.
Yes, you knew what I meant. Green. Bubba, thank you. How was the name Ohio River Jack come up with? And by the way, before you answer that, Bubba, thank you so much for your super chat. There is your Daleka salute. All right, shoot, Austin. How'd you come up with the name? I think I know, but
right. So I mean, ever since I was a little boy, I love swimming in the rivers, swimming in the Ohio lakes. I'm an Ohio boy through and through. So the Ohio River Jack was just something I remember from like the Reds games, crossing the border or the state line into Kentucky, and just something I really love about Ohio. And so I just Ohio River Jack.
That's cool.
Yep.
Do you have any plans for an EDC exclusive fixed blade since you do now have some other designs on the site?
Not right now.
Fixed
blades are fixed blades are, that's a game that it's hit and miss, and
I don't disagree.
You got to get the right design, and it's just something I'm just not really interested in looking at right now. But eventually maybe I'll come out with something.
Keith, I have never. What just happened? Okay, hold on. Okay. Hopefully we're back to normal. Yeah. Guys, I hope you guys still hear us. But everybody's saying cool origin. I love that the name of the knife company means something to you, and or the name of the knife. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop sharing the site here for a minute because I don't know what's happening. It's probably because I'm in 1080. I probably shouldn't have done that. Let's see if it settles down now. I will not share. I was sharing your webpage there, but we'll stop that for a minute.
That's okay.
But
a lot of people already know, traditionalpocketknives.com. They visit every day. So yeah.
We're not going to do that. Is jigging just jimping on the side? Thank you, Kelly. Everybody's picking on me with the jimping. It's all good. You know what probably happened? My older son just got out of the shower, and he's probably now on a video game.
There you go. Taking up all that.
Right. I wonder if I can change. I probably can't. I probably shouldn't do it. I was going to change the 720 in the middle of the stream, but I'll just do it for next week, and we'll try to get through this one and see if it works out.
Yeah,
I bet you that's exactly what's happening. So, can you guys, is the audio staying when the video drops out? Can somebody tell me that? Because I keep seeing it dropping out. So yeah, fixed blades are tough, man. It's like a shot in the dark kind of thing. I do have a fixed blade design now. Austin, maybe you can help me with something. Let's see if Austin can help me with this. So I have a little GEC. Shoot, I always get confused if it's the 49 or the 94.
I think it's the 49.
The 49, yeah. So this is in the blue camel bone.
Yeah, the 94 is the clip.
Yeah, I have a design that is more of a traditional, but it's a flipper style knife. Sort of like Finch, but it's something different than they've done. Oh, wait a minute, I missed one. Any reason? All right, hold on. We'll get there in just a second, Bluminati. When I get there, I want to find this blue camel bone. Somebody's got to help me find that. So when I get around to making that, I want blue camel bone on that knife. So if you know any sources, I'll be calling you. Oh gosh, I bet it'll be tough. Audio is good. Thank you, JB. So any reason why you didn't put the double blade on opposite ends? Interesting.
That's a very good question.
Yeah,
it's
go for it.
I'm not sure if QSP would be comfortable with right now.
And there's your
obviously, I want to start with some a pattern that's very simple. So I don't want to push QSP. I don't want to scare them away. And
right.
I want to build confidence with them. I want them to build confidence with their slip joint, and obviously build confidence with me and our relationship. So
what you're saying is You didn't want to go straight to an English whittler with them.
Exactly. You know, eventually I want to do like an English whittler or a 3-blade stockman, but that's going to be a whole different ball game, and trying to explain that, and eventually we'll see.
JB says he'll round up the camels and I have to do the rest. That's good. That's good. Did he ever ask a question? Did I miss your question, JB? Oh, come on. I have a QSP slip joint, says Urban Woodsman. Cool. Very cool. Is that what's that one called? The Worker, the older one, I think they did a while back. They had one. I think it was called the Worker, if I remember correctly. I don't know. My brain doesn't work so well these days. So again, the micarta ones, guys, will be available on the 26th, but this guy is still there. I was trying to show you that on his website, but we're just not going to share that right now. He's got a hole right up front. Get you some jig tie, basically, the jig tie section, if you will. And definitely go check these out. And now the micarta ones, if I remember, these are what are the price on the single blade?
The single blades are $145 and the doubles are $175.
Right. There you go.
Which, I mean, not to brag on myself, but those are very good prices in my opinion.
Excellent.
M390 titanium.
For M390 and titanium.
Yeah.
I said the same thing about this guy, and I said the same thing about the white. I mean, that to me with M390 at $90, that was pretty crazy. Your prices are definitely very reasonable. And I got to tell you guys, especially Austin will tell you, I hope you'll tell him, but not, I won't be wrong here. But when I decided to do this guy as my second knife, I decided kind of the price range I wanted. And then I kind of got quotes and I'm like, oh boy, I ended up cutting myself a little tighter than I really wanted to, but I think it's important to give people something that they can latch onto and afford. Yeah. And it's been very successful for me for that very reason. Now, I do need to say, guys, the pre-order is going to close this Friday. So if you want one at this price, okay, I got you, JB. I'll get there. If you want one at $75 for G10 and $85 for Black Micarta, you need to get in by Friday. I will close the pre-order, and then probably 2 weeks after after I ship them to everyone, I will drop whatever's left, and they will be at a slightly higher price. So I've been saying that all along. So if anybody thinks that's a surprise 3-4 weeks from now, I'm sorry. It's not a surprise. All right. So let's see what kind of answers you have for JB's question here. And there is your Dalika salute, Mr. JB. Big Red with the $10 super chat. Thank you. All right. So what do we have for hints on what might be next? Nothing. Sorry, JB. Thanks for your time. Thanks for playing along. So no, go ahead.
Let's stick with just my OEMs. I got another OEM pattern submitted with QSP. The sample should arrive here hopefully by the end of October. I don't want to give too much out, but there are some more QSP exclusives as well coming down. They should be available. Our goal, and I've really stressed it, I really want these knives December 1st so we can hit the holidays. Awesome. And we'll go from there. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And then you got let's see, Barlow would be nice, says Mike Curtis. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know about you, but I love a Barlow.
Everybody loves Barlows. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
it's such a unique pattern, and you can do so much with a Barlow. You can throw different blades in there and blade styles and whatnot.
Yeah, what Ben did with the Midnight. This thing is
I got it right here.
Yeah, I mean, and you got the long. Of course, everybody loves that long bolster. It's so cool. Just gives it a really unique look. Yeah, that's awesome, man. You can see I've kind of put my own little patina on the natural micarta there. But this is probably. If he had not have come out with the that's not it. If he had not come out with the dog leg, that would have been probably right up there as one of my favorites. But the dog leg, the K9 is just, I love it. It's unique. It's It's great ergonomically because it wants to lean forward. It's great. And of course I got that twill carbon fiber, which just looks super nice, and a spear point, of course.
It just looks very professional,
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. And I heard Ben on Kevin's live the other night talking about yours. He was talking. Whoa, crud! I'm dropping one now. He was talking about just the walk and talk and the way these feel and everything. So, like I said, and everybody has to make their own choices of what they can afford, not afford. But the fact that you've been able to keep such quality and a low price is phenomenal.
Well, I think what helps obviously a lot is I don't have to factor in other dealer margins. I get the product in and then I can sell it. So obviously that's a big plus for me, and it keeps the price down.
Stock in your own store, right?
Yeah.
G-Ball, the 2 blades will be on the 26th as well. Yep. So
all my cars will be 26th.
Gotcha. Everybody that's been asking about the 2 blades, because I've seen a lot of those tonight. And all the 2 blades are these 2 blades, correct? They are Spear Point and a Warncliffe. So and they'll be in the natural and the green micarta. So if you guys want a 2 blade, that's when they will be there, and they're serialized. And I think that's pretty daggone cool that he did that.
One thing real quick, if you don't mind.
Yep, absolutely.
Like, look how smooth that is. If I can. I mean, that's something I really, really stress with QSP is a smooth back spring, or I'm sorry, smooth spine.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks so nice and so professionally done. And
I agree.
I really thanked QSP for that, and I told him why that's so important on a 2, 3, 4 blade knife.
So I was talking with somebody about this today, and I don't want to look. I'm not getting into politics, guys. So don't at me about the political side of what I'm about to say. That's not what I'm talking about. Think about being someone that can't carry one of these on a regular basis and trying to come up with and help make one of these. That's pretty crazy to me. And so you're exactly right. You're having to explain it to them, but they're able to do it. They're able to come up with it. And they carry them in the shop, of course, because they're making them, but they don't carry them around on a regular basis in their normal everyday life because they can't have them. But so that's always been kind of an interesting discussion of, do you know about this? And do you know about this feature? Do you know about this? Are you familiar with X? To see what they've seen, because obviously we can think about QSP's catalog of knives, which isn't small, but there's some things they haven't done, of course.
I think the QSP Worker, I think that was their
that was the one
model
that that Woodsman was talking about. Yeah.
I mean, no dig on them, but it wasn't the best quality, and I explained that to them. It wasn't the best quality. It wasn't what the guys want. It's not what the guys were looking for. So and trying to, I guess, going back to that gentleman's question, you see what the Hedgehog is, and I think people will compare the QSP Worker to the Hedgehog and notice a complete turnaround in a good way.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. And the Hedgehog is well done, really well done.
Yes.
Got my covers finished. So Jeremy dyed all his black micarta ones darker, even darker, and they look really cool. So what I was going to say is, when I approached QSP with this, they were very hesitant to do this. Extremely. They're like, no, you're going to make it too thin there. You're just make it a hole. And I'm like, no, this is what I want. And this is the measurement I want. And they're like, no, that's too thin. You can't do that, And so we fought about that for some time, and they nailed it. But they actually wanted me to go with thicker stock. I was adamant that I wanted 3.2 millimeter, and they wanted it thicker. And I was like, no, this is what I want. If you want to, argue about the depth of that, we can maybe, and we adjusted a little, and it's still fine for flicking. But those are conversations. And by the way, Bobo Schnoggins, man, thank you for becoming a member. Wow. Here's your Daleka salute. And don't forget, Bobo, you need to send me an email, KnivesFAST KnivesFAST@gmail.com, and I will gladly send you some channel swag and a little thank you note. And I appreciate you coming on board, man. And the support of all of you channel members. Couldn't do this without you. There's no way. Traditional look with one hand opening like Finch. Yes, Kevin. Is that what you were asking about, the one I was thinking about earlier, or what were you asking about? And of course, Grumpy's putting up the link to traditionalpocketknives.com. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a tough question here.
All right.
And you can't say Ohio River Jack, okay?
Right.
So what is, if I have to say, Austin, and I know you collected a little bit of these too, but I'm sure being a dealer, they come and go and that kind of thing. But what's the favorite in your collection? What's the one that just calls out to you? Carry me. That's tough.
I got it right here. Honestly, the Greystern 66 calf roper. You know, 3-bladed Stockman. Probably like 120, 125 bucks at the time, of course. But like I said,
66.
You got
66. Okay.
You got 3 different blades. Just depends on how you want to use them, and it's my daily carry. Obviously, I've kind of lacked in taking care. You can see the pits in it or whatnot, but yeah, I love it.
It's all right, man.
It's awesome.
It's all good. Yeah.
And that's what a knife is all about. You can't keep it perfect for forever. So yeah,
that's my one regret about having a channel and having so many knives coming in and out of here is I hardly ever carry my own knives. I noticed just a minute ago while we were talking that I got a little scratch on my Arian here, and I'm like, yeah. So
right.
It's like because I carry this one almost every Monday night because I always carry blue knives on Monday because blue's my color, and that's GEC frustrates me to no end. I'm assuming, Gorilla, we're talking about the availability of the knives. And I think I've seen you talk about that before. And I know that does frustrate a lot of people, but they're hand making these knives in America. And I got to assume it's tough to keep up with the demand.
If you don't mind, I'll go.
Go for it.
I'll limit it to like a minute rant.
Yep.
So
you can have 2.
If you like a GC knife, yes, they're hard to get. Yes, they are more expensive now, just like everything is. But please go to the rendezvous during the summer. If you go to the GC rendezvous, you'll walk through the factory. You get to meet Bill. You get to meet all the workers. And it's hard to explain because you truly don't understand what goes into a traditional GC pocket knife until you walk through the factory, until you see the different rooms they have, the different machinery they have, the different people operating the different machinery, and the skill and labor that it takes to put into a GC knife. And not just GC knife, any kind of traditional pocket knife, Case,
right.
Queen, Chat Morgan, back when they were in business. There's so much that goes into making a traditional pocket knife. And keep in mind, these workers are in Titusville, Pennsylvania.
Right.
So it's not like a Cincinnati. It's not like a Cleveland or, a bigger city, so you're kind of limited in the amount of workers that you can hire. So.
Right. Hey, Dwayne Letterman. Hey, Marcos Gamma. What is up? Lots of new people coming in. There are 79 in the chat, and thank each and every one of you for being here. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, get you a drink, man. I know every time I get about to this point, my throat's going. I don't know. Some of these guys do like 3 and 4 hours of this. I have no idea how they do that. Like Mattis Faction, I think he does like 4-hour streams every time, and I'm just like, 2 hours is about my max. I grew up an hour from Titusville. Very cool, Gorilla.
I'll tell you what, Titusville and that Upper PA, that's beautiful, beautiful country.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I very much, I don't know what happened to it now. This is the only GEC I own right now is this little guy. And I typically don't like little knives, but this little thing is so cool. I see it. I know why the draw is there. The fit and finish is great. They're done really. And
nobody's even getting close to that. Case isn't.
No. And then you got the mirror finish blade with the Northfield trim there. And you got, the shield there. I mean, they're well done. And I get it. I mean, did you hear that? I just
sounds
dig
nice.
it, man. You know, and that's the other thing we need to talk about, Austin. And I want to get your take on this. I've heard this a lot lately from channels, but I want to hear it more from these people over here in the chat. We always say, you know, let's just say 80% of why I like X knife is because of the fidgetiness of it. And I don't like a slip joint because it's not fidgety. But I gotta tell you, there's something very tactile and fun about just sitting here doing this over and over again. You know, so I actually think slip joints can be, not all of them, but they can be fidgety. They just have to be done with that nice tight walk and talk where you get that tactile feeling. I don't know. What do you think of that?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you go back to the 1800s, you know, the 1800s, they didn't have a penguin, you know, back in the 1800s. They didn't have flipper knives. They had, you know, traditional pocket knives, you know, like this and like the Barlows and whatnot. So, I mean, when you hold a, you know, a traditional pocket knife, you know, you're not just holding something that was made 20 years ago. You're holding a product that was made, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And,
right.
I don't know, it's just, I think it has something to say, you know.
Tim says, I would love a jig titanium small pocket knife in the size of that little GEC. Okay.
That
Austin,
would be cool.
You got an order ready for you there. Figure it out. Yeah, no, walk and talk is fun. I agree with you. I mean, and my dad used to sit there and do that, even with those.
I remember Grandpa doing that.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Did we lose you? No, you're still there. The other thing I was going to say is I've been asked about this. The sheep's foot and the Warncliffe are very pinchable. If you don't like to use your thumbnail, these are pinchable. For me, the spear point, I have to use my thumbnail.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah, you can do it. I've done it. Let's just see. Yeah, you can do it. But those other two are extremely pinchable.
That's just another reason why it's a double-sided nail nick.
Yep, so. Absolutely. And you can, and if I come back there, actually, I can do that, you know, because you're getting that grip. And I like the way you did that, the ovals like that. I think that came out really, really cool.
Because we've all had that one Barlow or whatever where, you know, the nail nick's all the way close to the tang. It's just very uncomfortable to open, and, you know, it rips your nail almost in half, and it's just no fun.
Nope, we don't want that.
No.
But, you know, it's funny. Hey, Joshua Mustoler. I always mess up his last name. Hey, Joshua. Sorry about that. That O'Hare River Jack has the best walk and talk. It's so nice and strong, but not too strong. G-Ball got one of these. So cool. The Jig Titanium one.
Yeah,
so yeah, it does. They just, you know, and again, now that you reminded me about the stop pin, I kind of know what that kind of thud at the end that I really like.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly what that is.
Yep.
Is the stop pin. So that's really cool. Yeah. Gosh, it really resonates where you are. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, doing good, Josh. Thank you, man. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Austin and I are having fun just talking, and I like that we've had a lot of good questions. So I was trying to see if I missed any questions here. Uh-oh. It's a big no for me. Let's see. Steeler fans. No Steeler fans. Anyway, it's okay. Hey, look at that. It's Lefty EDC, everybody. And there's another guy, by the way, Austin, who's been converted into a slip joint fan.
Yep,
and you got to, again, let's go back to what we were just talking about. That's a guy that loves playing with stinking spinners and clicky things. And so this is his clicky thing. I mean, he doesn't, you can just sit there and play with this over and over again. And I think I'm going to say this in a really weird way, but you'll understand what I mean. I think it's time to re-educate people that these are not just your grandpa's knife, that when you get them in this quality level with these kind of blades on them, and that, I mean, it's for everybody. I really think so. And you've put them at a very, I mean, 145 for these guys. I think that's a very affordable price point for M390. And So that's very good.
Yeah, and something about the Ohio River Jack, this will last you years.
Yeah.
It's titanium, micarta. You can always switch out the micarta to G10 or whatever you want. M390. It's a knife that'll last you forever.
Oh, have a good one, Gorilla. Get that soccer practice drive home in there. Hope everything goes well. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you, and it'll be interesting to see if people do come up with aftermarket covers. I almost said scales again. I got to say covers, or I'll get beaten up by the slip joint people. So
really, the covers aren't really switchable,
right?
The way how they make this knife, it's all in one piece. That's why you get the smooth spine, the smooth edges, and the micarta, the handle to bolster, right. I'm trying to say flushness. I guess.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, and what's cool about them, I think, and by the way, Lefty says it's not your grandfather's knife; it's your grandpa's fidget toy. I like that.
There you go.
But what I think is cool is I've got 5 here, guys. So it's not just me saying. The fit and finish is great. I've got 5 examples of what he's talking about. All 5 are that smooth. And sometimes you end up with the back spring sitting too low, and you can take your thumbnail across there. You can't do that. I mean, they're very smooth, very, very well done. And I'm totally impressed. They are. I kept looking at them, but I wanted to get them in hand. It was and getting them in hand just tells the story. Very, very cool.
And I think I mentioned, this took over a year to it wasn't necessarily a year for them to make, but like I said, the first 4 to 5 months was going back and forth trying to explain, what a slip joint knife features and whatnot. So then once we got that covered, then we went into the the design process.
That's cool. I mean, it's and there's another guy in the chat now, Kevin, that can talk about this community. Now he's crazy. So I kind of feel like now that I have a little bit of a rapport with Kubi, I might write that for a little while. And Kevin's talking to Shieldon and QSP and I think who else, Kevin? I don't remember. There were more.
2 Sons or something.
No, I think it was Kaiser. Maybe he talked to a little bit. Maybe not. He's gonna hurt me if I say that. But I know he talked to Kubi. The 2 I have. Wait, I'm gonna put it up here. The 2 I have in our money. Incredible value. The jig finish is awesome. Yeah, I agree. And that's the other thing that I haven't really talked about is you get a great positive grip on these. Yeah. And the micarta is the same way. It definitely has a good grip to it. It's not
going to slip out of your hands. I wanted something that, if you're using the knife in the rain, mud, whatever, it's not going to slip out and cut you and whatnot.
Right. And for those of us with long, crazy people hands, these fill my hand really well, and they're four fingers, and they again, I can't speak enough about contouring and scales. It just makes a huge difference for me. I mean, there are still good places for ones that are, flat on the side, but I love a contoured knife. I just really, really do. Kevin, I think I found another fidget toy. I wasn't going to show this tonight, but this is the CGRB Pyrite. Just got this in. Holy moly. Yeah. Whoops, and now I screwed up. But major fidget toy vibes here on this one. And the Artisan Andromeda is the same way. Very much so. Just fires out of there. Good grief. You said something earlier that you said, and again, this is what I try to tell people all the time, and they just start picking on me about it, Austin. But my style is I don't prefer jimping. My number 1 style of knife that I like is an opening hole, and number 2 is thumb studs, and way down low is a flipper tab and a front flipper and all that stuff. But that's going to go into your designs because it's what you prefer. And I think it's interesting. You said, I prefer thumb studs and I'm probably not going to have any flipper knives anytime soon. And that's, and that's fine. It's going to be tough for me to get out of that in my mind. Same thing with jimping. It's not my favorite thing, but there is a place for it. And those kinds of things. Yeah, Tim, you were the one that told me, and then I unboxed it right after you told me that. And I'm like, holy, I mean, it literally, you want to talk about guillotine. This thing wants to come home. It's pretty daggone good. So congrats to CGRB for that one. So I can't wait. I just got that in. My unboxing hasn't even dropped yet, but very cool. Hey, Hinder a Collector, what is up, Brant? Joe Kasparek, what is up? Well, in a few minutes, guys, we're going to switch over to the giveaway. I've actually got not a really high-end traditional knife, but I got a traditional knife to give away tonight. We're going to look at that here in a minute. So real quick, guys, any further questions for Austin? I think I'm with JB. I'm excited to see what you got coming up next. It'll be interesting to see what other ideas. I think it's cool that people are supporting you on these. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer since you have so many styles and so many knives to sell. Take a little bit longer to sell them all, but I think you will. I think they're going to do very, very well, especially as they get out there.
Oh yeah, the reviews have been absolutely incredible.
Great,
so happy with them.
Yeah, my jig one dropped yesterday, and I'll record my my micarta one in the next couple of days here, trying to get it a little closer to your drop there.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll do that. I like to have my jimping micro jimped. That's lovely. Mini Towser K button lock is fantastic, very droppy, very cool. Thanks for letting me know. I want to get one with micarta, says David Helka. Very cool.
Cool.
David, that's awesome. You know. And guys, include these in your, if you're on Instagram, include these kind of things in your pocket check, because I think it's important that we let people ask us, why are you carrying a slip joint? What's wrong with you? And then you can answer. Right. I like it because XYZ, because they're not, again, there are some, I'm sure, that are, not in the same category, and maybe, they're not as good, but, there's plenty of choices out there. I've even got, let's see what I can show here. I've even got this Rough Rider Reserve Barlow. And I got to tell you, man, this one is a whole lot of good. I mean,
I've heard good things about that. I don't have one personally. I never sold one, but yeah, it looks really nice.
And I love the downturn of the spear point on it. And again, this was a $39 knife. So you can get you can get something, guys, for not too terrible, that's still got that great snap to it. But again, like I said, save up and get one of Austin's, because they're phenomenal. They really, really are. Like it a lot. I prefer my jimping with pepperoni and sausage. That's lovely. See, this goes on all the time. Hey, Pocket Razor's another channel member. Thank you for being here, my friend. And I haven't seen any more. I love a beautiful slip joint as a backup knife. That's right, Rob. I could get by with just a slippy. Let's talk about that for a minute. All right. So you said that's all your grandpa carried. And then you said, let's go back into the 1800s. That's all these guys had. Yeah. And they used them for everything. They really did. And so one that's got a good back spring that you're not going to feel afraid to close on yourself, which is probably a bit of a misnomer, but at the same point, if you want to put a little push on that spine, you can.
That's why you include the half stop as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, by the way, I got to ask you about this. Kevin was asking Ben about this the other day. You're nuts, man. I just got to tell you, this whole I'm going to push it with my thumb thing, I am not doing that.
I get so many.
I'm not doing that. It's just not happening.
All I do is I put it to the very point where it's just see it just clicked right there, where it's just about to click, and then you just barely tap it.
I got you, but I'm still not doing it. There's just I cut myself too much without helping.
Oh yeah,
I really do. So Plenipote, I carry mine in a slip. in a leather slip. And there's so many great companies out there. There's Sage Grouse Leather, who does phenomenal work. There's Joe from Lancelot Leather. There's Troy from Northwoods. I don't know. Somebody else. Tell me some others. There's more. But in this
Justin
case,
Lynch, I believe, Lynch
Yeah.
Leather, and then all mine are from Low Tide Leather. Brian,
that's
on
all.
the West Coast.
Yeah, so I'm actually carrying this in a Jack Wolf pouch right now, which is
good.
fine. It works because I've got a couple of Northwood slips. So, but by the way, look at Kevin, what he said, guys. This is very important. But Plenipote, but you're right. They do. So once you get it in your pocket, it is floating, but it's not moving around. I mean, that leather keeps it in place. It's not bouncing around in my pocket. It's not any of that. And you can buy clip slips. There are people making clip slips out there. If you'd rather have it secure, Campfire. I almost forgot Iggy. Daggone it. Thank you, Grumpy. Iggy with Campfire Leatherworks. Very, very good. Thank you for saying that, guys. I'm so sorry. I carry mine in a Lancelot Leather clip slip. Left pocket, says Troy. Very cool. I'm dropping it. Okay, so I'm putting it in this, and it drops in the bottom of my pocket. But I always wear cargo pants, so I've got so many pockets. I got choices depending on what else I'm carrying that day. Breast pocket, if it's small and light enough. Fifth pocket, slip-in pocket sheath. Yes, says Michael Morgan. Yeah, and Shane Corson, that's exactly right. So you don't have to just get a slip joint or just get a modern. You're going to have whatever you want, if you want to. And that's Kevin. Before you came in, I was showing my carry from yesterday, and this was probably one of my favorite carries that I've had in a while, because now you've got a sheep's foot that I can get down into whatever I want, and I've got this all around spear point that I can, And by the way, my dad. Here's a crazy memory. My dad used to buy those. I can't remember the name of it now, the name of the company, but it was in everybody's mall, Hickory Farms. They had the summer sausage, the smoked sausage. He'd buy that and a big hunk of cheese, and he would sit there with his slip joint, cutting the cheese and the sausage and putting it on a cracker, and he'd sit there and over and over and over again. Or grossness of all grossness, my dad loves sardines, and he would use this to kind of get him out of the greasy crap and put him on his cracker. I cannot stand those, man. Pocket Razor says, I only carried a slip joint for about 30 years. Yeah. And shoot, I don't know.
Slip joints aren't, for everyone. It just, that's what I like about slip joints, and or the knife community in general. There's so many knives out there. It's just cool to, everybody has their own personality, and each knife has its own personality. So.
Yeah, and Kevin, that's you and Austin are experiencing this, and I can't wait for this. Yeah. I mean, just the reviews have been, watching people using like when Stasa was the first one to really do the get in there and cut stuff up with the pinion. I'm like, yeah, because that's when these get out, that's what I want to see. So yeah, Kevin, I 2 weeks in a row now. Sunday's my trash dump trip day. This has been my breakdown boxes knife. It is perfection in that roll. It really is.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love the blade on
tape goo. Well, I have a special something coming. I'll just give it away. I've got an anodized backspacer on the way here that I had a friend do for me. So I cannot wait till that is here to put on here and all that. And of course, Kevin and everybody else are telling me to go get me some skiff bearings and put them on here. But I almost cut myself as it is. I don't need any help with it being even more droppier. So no, I'm good. I'm good just like it is. I have to dress business casual 5 days a week. Primary right front, secondary left rear bear. So tactile bear, right rear in a Northwood slip. That sounds pretty awesome, Brian. That's and that's a really thin slip joint. Have you seen one of those? I have not gotten to.
I sell them actually, and I mean they're super light, super thin, and I think that's why people like them.
Keith needs a beer and sausage knife. He says, liverwurst. Oh my gosh! Oh, my dad used to eat that stuff too, and I can't do it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Here's Tim with his hard use of the pinion. I'll send you pictures of me buttering bread with my pinion, and it'd be a great butter knife, be phenomenal. Dedicating a slip joint to food. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm kind of like that, Rob. If I was wanting to use one for food, I would probably only use it for food because my dad used to literally, he'd pick his toenails with it and then go cut that sausage. And then he'd offer me sausage. And I'm like, I'm good, Dad. Thanks. I'll go get my own.
That's just how they did it back then.
Yeah. I'm just kind of weird that way, but
no, I'm same way.
There's some fine eating, smoked oysters and sardines, Ritz crackers, green olives, and sausage and cheese pocket knife. There you go, Byron. Woo. What size bearings does the pinion take? So the pinion is 5 millimeter 1/16. That's right, isn't it, Kevin? When I said it, it didn't sound right, but I think that's correct. So these will be 5 millimeter 1/16 bearings. I've seen a picture of a finished pinion, and the blade is definitely longer and it looks so much better in here, guys. I cannot wait to show them to you. It's coming very soon. Use it to apply mayo and send it to Satisfaction. 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay. All right. So before I send his, what you're saying is I need to put mayo all over it. Got it. Wait a minute. I've never told you guys to order skiffs. Stop blaming me. Okay. No. You have told people 100 times to get skiff bearings and use your code Lefty37 or something like that. So I don't know. So what else are we missing, Brian? Brian, I called you Brian. What are we missing, Austin? What else? Anything? I think we've covered everything and everything in between.
Looking forward to the holiday sales and holiday season, and like I said, QSP got some more QSP exclusives coming up. So
that's awesome. You're exactly right, Jeremy. You're exactly right. Toe fungus and sausage made my dad live to 83 years old. I should have. I should do it, but I just can't. I agree, Tori. That's what I was saying. That stout drops like nobody's business. It does not need help. I am not putting skiffs on it because I will lose a finger. And that's me. Lefty37. Yes, that is correct. Brian, tell your wife I'll pray for her with the liverwurst thing. I don't know. So you said holidays, so I assume as we get to Christmas and Thanksgiving, you got some sales planned, and that's really cool. So guys, don't forget. And Austin, I'll leave it up to you if you want to hang around for the giveaway because it takes a few minutes to do the giveaway, but it's up to you.
I'll probably head out here soon.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So guys, don't forget the Ohio River Jack Jig Titaniums are out now. There are still there's none of these left, right? Just the black ones, right?
Correct? I got 25 blacks, so those are going quick too.
Okay, so the black Jig Titanium Penguins are still available, 25 of them. The Ohio River Jacks in the Jig Titanium, there was the black one, are available, and on the 26th, all these great micarta versions are all coming your way, guys. You got the green, the black, the natural. You got the double blade there. Austin saves the day with the poster.
There you go.
Yeah. All those options right there. All of what you see on that page, 145 shipped. Okay. So that's pretty phenomenal. And then this guy's 175, which you see there, shipped to you. That pretty phenomenal. I do not know, Tom. You guys, the chat is crazy. Here you go, son. Build some immunities. Yeah, that's exactly right. And then we would also take Dad's knife in the back. I cannot remember the name of the game. Mumbly Peg. Have you ever heard of that game? There's a game you played with your pocket knife, and you I don't know. It was really weird. I don't even remember how it's played now, but my dad used to talk about that knife, that game all the time. So, cool. All right, man. Well, I've loved having you on.
Yes.
I love what you're doing. I appreciate you sending some really cool knives my way. I am going to be probably more than one, but I'm definitely going to be giving away this double-bladed guy. But I want to review it first.
Yeah,
I was going to give it away tonight, but I'm like, no. I haven't even gotten to review it yet. So
yeah,
you guys are going to have to wait. Just because Austin is on, you don't get to have it yet. So, and there might be one more. I don't know. I'm loving these so much. We'll see what I decide to do. But I love them, and I want to get them into people's hands too. So, bravo on the exclusives. Cannot wait to see what TPK has in store, says Tim B.
Thank you.
No, not 145 for all 9. That's not what I said. They're all 145 each. Oh, good. I will be giving the knife away, Tori. It might even be next week. Let's see. What's that's right. But wait, is next Monday the 26th?
Next Monday, 8 p.m. ET.
So guys, I might give that double away next Monday night, but not official yet because I have to get my review done. But I'll definitely get it done before then. So just my life has been. But if you could see over here right now, this is Pinion Central. So is over there. I've got boxes everywhere.
Right over here.
Tape and stickers.
Same way.
Oh, man. So I've been gathering everything, getting ready, and then working 2 jobs, which I do on top of this. And so, 100% ordering, Austin, says Tori Casey. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So, I look forward to seeing how you do with them. It's a lot of knives, guys. Please support Austin. He's got a lot of knives sitting there ready to go.
I did that on purpose. I didn't want them to sell it right away. I'm probably missing out on a good, business ethic there or whatever. But I wanted the High River Jacks to stick around for a few weeks, or a few months to go into the holiday season and just be a good overall knife for people.
I totally agree, man. It's definitely a good one. So thank you again so much, and thanks for doing this. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, thank you
for being on, and I appreciate it, man. And
thank you for everything you do for the knife community as well.
No problem, man. And Kelly Weaver says, "Good night, Austin, and go Buckeyes." She said.
All right, I wait.
Okay, all right. Have a good one, brother. And we're gonna move on to giveaway time. Have a good one. All right, guys. So that was Austin, and how awesome is he, man? 2 weeks in a row, we've had some phenomenal guests. And the questions were great. I love it. The everything in the chat. Oh, the stickers are awesome, man. He does really cool stickers. I didn't even mention that either. But I will be ordering one. Very cool, says Plenipote. He does. No, you know what? Is JB still here? I am not sure if he's brick and mortar or not. I don't think so. I know Grandpa. His original store was a brick and mortar store, but I think he's just online at this point. I'll find that out and let you know, Andrew. Sorry about that. I should have asked that. All right, guys. So let's move toward giveaway time. What do we have in here? 83 folks. So I'm going to go. All right, there's the range. Let's go ahead and show you guys what's up for grabs here. And I said it was a traditional tonight, and it is. And this comes by courtesy of our buddy Tim B in the chat. And yeah. Are you saying Matisfaction is a giveaway account, Tom? Is that what you're trying to allege? So Butter Knives Fast number 72 is in the giveaway tonight, with Trev's name on there. You have, of course, Killer Bunny number 13, which is super scary. Oh, okay, fine. Keith is putting the rules up there. Oh, Grumpy and Keith. Well, I saw Keith's first, so I'm going to put his up. But thank you. Appreciate it. Both of you. Was only going to order the Buzz, but that's a great deal on a nice Slippy. Oh, gotcha, man. Very cool. Yeah, I agree. Way late, so not playing. Oh, come on. Cue Ball, you're a regular, man. You can play if you want to, brother. Oh, you're good, man. You're good, Andrew. Very good. You get a this is a Snoopy Band-Aid, I believe. Yep. A Snoopy Band-Aid. You get a Tim S. I haven't seen Tim tonight, but you get a Tim S 3D printed knife stand here, like I use over here. I'm about to run out, so I may have to give mine up. There's a Rosecraft Blades flight tag in here from Blue Creek Knives, and this has all of the logos of the designers and the Rosecraft logo there. And then just a pile of stickers, guys. Oh, and there's even a baseball card, a random baseball card from Blue Creek Knives. Look at that. Who is that? Ty Gainey. I don't even know who that is. You got all kinds of stickers, of course. Both of the KnivesFAST stickers that are left. I'm working on a new sticker with Brent, but we're not there yet. Then you've got a TPK sticker. There's Big Red EDC in here. There's Baron Sun, SMKW, 814 EDC, White Mountain Knives, cards from Freak Show and Forest. You got a Detent Diva sticker here and a Hogue Knives sticker. Let's be thinking about and praying for Aaron Hogue's family, guys. Super sad to hear that today. Very, very sad. Not a great way to start off a Monday for sure, but for anybody to hear about that, very sad. Be praying for them. All right. So there is all the swagaliciousness. All right, cool. All right, and our knife comes by way of our friend Tim B. This is a Marbles, and this is the MR278. So it's going to be one of the GI knives. This is the larger. Oh, boy. And the bail doesn't want me to open it. So you've got the US knife here. Really cool stainless steel. This one has match strike pulls. You have the Marbles quality knives on the blade. You got a really cool spear point here. Trying not to cut myself, guys. Sometimes these multi-blade knives are not for klutzes. You do have a bail. You have the can opener, the cap lifter, and what is this one? I can't get it open. There we go. The leather punch. Very, very cool. I tried to cut myself, but I didn't, thankfully. Here's the other one. There's the can opener and the flathead screwdriver. Very cool. Cap lifter, I mean. So that's what the knife is tonight. And very, very cool. So let's move on toward the giveaway. You guys have seen the rules. The way this is going to work is I am going to give out a range. You will be allowed one. Once there is a start on the screen, I will give the range. You can have one guess per person per account. No multiple giveaway accounts. No anything like that, please. Keep it clean, guys. And then I will, I'll have a number, and the closest without going over will be the winner. Need a U.S. mailing address only, please, and over 18 or with a parent's permission. So that's what we have. All right. So our, I got to actually write down a number. And then Keith, I'll send it to you in a minute. Let's see. I'm going to go, ooh, am I bleeding? I did cut myself. Jeez. Seriously? With the leather punch of all things. I am such a stinking klutz, guys. So I will be cleaning that knife before I ship it out to get my DNA off of it. Literally, I literally do the dumbest things sometimes. I went to open it and I got my finger too close to the tip, and that's exactly it. Just scraped me, just right at the tip. By the way, it's sharp, so there you go. And I'm a klutz, so hang tight. I'm cleaning up. I will get a alcohol wipe and clean that knife in moments, and we'll go from there. All right, we are good now. King of all the klutzes, exactly. Don't be mean, Tom. All right, so you're gonna see blood on this card, but that's okay. Jeez. Let's see. Let's go with a new card. I'm gonna start this over, but I'm gonna stick with the same range because that's kind of gross. Range. Same range. KC. All right, and the number is okay. All right, I am ready, guys. Here we go. Let's get a start on the screen from a moderator, and we will go from there. I haven't cut myself in weeks, man. Come on. Well, you can't guess yet, Rusty. Yeah, blood, sweat, and ridiculous KC. Daggone moron sometimes. All right, there is 2 starts on the screen. Thank you, moderators. There's one pretty start, and there's the other pretty start, and the range is 250 to 425. 250 to 425. Closest without going over will be our winner. Please begin guessing now. Mr. Knife Freak, I am sending you a number right now, and any other moderator, if you would like the number, please reach out and let me know when you are ready. But Mr. Knife Freak, here it comes. Boom. All right. Okay, and here is Tim B. Got you, buddy. Thank you. All right, coming at you, Mr. Jeremy. You did stay around, man. See, you can't be pulled away from the KnivesFAST chat. You just can't. It can't happen, man. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of playing for people going on. I love it. 317 for Cue Ball, 323 for Darnell from Mrs. Freak Show. Hey there, Chrissy. Oh, wait, I don't know if I'm supposed to say her name online. Sorry. Playing for Darnell. Just remind me if you were to win, Drewby, if it's not by your number. Hey, Blades Hook Daniel. Hey, give it a guess, man. We're between 250 and 425. 250 and 425. Oh, sorry, Grumpy. That's what I get for staring at the screen. There you go. And I have not looked yet, so I'm going to start doing that now. Where is my cursor? There it is. I'm tired, too, because I worked up. Football game all day Saturday. Got up at like 4 in the morning. There you go, Keith. I could do that. It's a finger prick, so that works. Yeah, I've done that before, Andrew. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start writing some down that I'm seeing here. I know I'm not going to say them out loud like I've done in the past. All right, I'm going to look at my phone and see what my moderators are seeing here. Oh yeah, that's I didn't even see that name. Keith, but I'm going to go look. Yeah, I see that. All right. Still looking, guys. We'll give it about another 30 seconds and we will close it out. Wow. Some of you guys are really, really close. Just dancing right on it. All right, so if you haven't got your guess in, do it now because we got about 10, 15 seconds here. Whoa! I just saw something and then it jumped off my screen right when I saw it. So let me get my cursor back. Mr. Bees, thank you, my friend. Gifted one KnivesFAST membership. Hey, sir, thanks for joining in. I'm trying to get it where I can put it on the screen, but it went way off my screen by the time I saw it. And it doesn't color them in StreamYard. Did we see who got the membership by any chance? I'm trying to see. Neil Drake. Awesome. Neil Drake, man, you just got gifted a membership. You're already a Patreon member, but very cool. And that is awesome. So if you'd like some more swag, let me know. Just send me an email, knivesfast@gmail.com. Thank you, Mr. Bees. Here is your Dalika salute. Very cool. Thank you, Bees, for being here. And good to see you, my friend. I've missed a lot of years lately because I've been working like a dog. Yeah, very cool. All right, so go ahead and put the stop sign up, please, there, Mr. Keith. Yeah, this community is the best there is. There's no doubt about that. There you go. So we have our stop signs up. No more guesses, please. And so our number, and let me look and see if any other. There's one a little bit closer than that, Grumpy, that I saw. Yep, that's the same one. Yep. So we had a couple really close, but our number is 300, and our winner is Story Time with Mrs. B. Story Time with Mrs. B is the only one I have seen at $2.99. Mrs. B. Story Time. That's a cool name. Welcome and glad you are here. If you would, please, what you need to do is send me an email with your name. I need your full name and your full address, mailing address, U.S. mailing address. And you need to email that to knivesfast@gmail.com. knivesfast@gmail.com. So, yeah, knives cut. Exactly. So if you would please send me that email, I will get your package out. It might not go out tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be a psychotic day for me, which is why I'm about to wrap up and go to bed momentarily. But there is the email in the chat. Congrats, Story Time with Mrs. B. I assume you're still in here. I hope so. If you are, please make sure you send me that email. There she is. Sweet. Thank you so much. Awesome. Welcome, and I'm glad you're here. Stick around. Come back. We have lots of fun in here. If you've been here before, I apologize. You might be one of my lurkers, but that is awesome that you are here and you won. So let me know, and I will send that out to you. So, guys, I want to thank everyone. There was lots of super chats tonight. There were lots of great questions and comments. There are awesome moderators in here. Keith and Grumpy and Stacy and Jeremy and Tim B. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for all your help. Cannot do this without every one of you in here. And I just want to look at one more thing just to see if I can make a cool announcement before this is over. Holy cow, we can. Guys, we just hit 4,500 subs. How cool is that? Again, a month after hitting 4,000, we are at 4,500. So we just got 500 more for the 5,000 by Christmas goal. That is super stinking cool. I am excited. Thank you. Oh, there's Keith. Thank you, Keith. There, Keith gets the inventor of the Dalika gets the Dalika salute. You are the man. Yeah, thank you, Shane. Thank you, everybody. That's so cool, man. 4,500 subs while I'm live tonight. That is super, super cool. The growth has been mind-blowing, and I appreciate each and every one of you for the support. Keep making sure you're watching all the reviews. If you don't want to watch all the shorts, you don't have to. I know some of you have commented you don't like the shorts. Don't watch them. It's okay. But keep watching those reviews and hitting like and all that stuff. Was it not? Let me see, Jeremy, if I can announce anything else. I don't think so. Nope, I don't have anything else to announce. That's all I got. So that's all I got. But the beauty of that knife is blinding me. Thank you, CB. I got to keep having guests on now. I don't have a guest next week. I got one other thing too. I'm not going to have a guest next week. It'll just be me. And then the week after, I'm going to try to see if I can get somebody on that I've talked to. I got to talk to him again and see if maybe it'll work out. I don't think he's still here, but I'm not going to say who it is, but somebody that was here earlier. And then the 17th, we're going to have Bob the Knife Junkie on, October 17th. Bob's coming back on. And I wanted to say that this Friday, we will do week in review. Next Friday, the 30th, there will be no month in review. It will be Thursday, the 29th. JB is going to join me. I am working forever on Friday, the 29th. But there you go. Oh, that's awesome, David. That's awesome, man. I sit here and spend way too much time the night before trying to figure out what to carry. So, but I appreciate you watching all those. Thank you. Have an EMT on standby. Yep, I will. All right, guys, I've got to wrap it up because I am tired and we're already 15 minutes over. Hey, I love knives. And David Iverson. David, have you been here? Please tell me. Okay, good. No, he just got here. Man, if I had missed David the whole night, I would have been upset. Yeah, I did. Right there with us with the giveaway knife piece. I gotta go clean it. Just scraped, just barely. It's not even I don't even know how I'm bleeding. I bleed easily. So I just gotta go clean this this little pin blade. I mean pokey stabby blade here. It is sharp, I will tell you that. It just scraped me, that's all. So I'll go clean that before I send it out. I'm gonna go get an alcohol wipe and do that. So we'll go from there. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Yep, that's exactly right. So thanks, guys. It was one of my favorite. I think I say this every week now. One of my favorite KF Lives. Absolutely. Brent wasn't able to join us tonight. He had some stuff going on. Oh, Cue Ball, member for 4 months. Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you for your support. And thank you for watching the KnivesFAST channel.